All right. How you doing, Jack? Jack goes to Feste. Thank you. See, Jack listens. Jack was over there on Instagram, and I said, please come over to YouTube. York Giants news. My goodness. Is that my bud? Watching his Giants play the hated Kansas City Chiefs. I hope you win tonight, because I tell you, there's nothing more than I would like than for the Raiders not to be Oh, shit. We already got the spinning circles of death. Okay. I believe it was the bishop that said, oh, this is easy. This is easy. It ain't nothing easy. Plenty Golden Days. Richard Lopez, thank you. Please, I know you're on Instagram. I love you being on Instagram, but you're gonna miss. Go over to YouTube, please, because when we have people come in, you're gonna see the full screen. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see them. You're gonna hear everything better on YouTube. Captain Jack Rackham Levy on YouTube. Nice pass. Yes, I'm watching the New York Midgets until proven otherwise. Gonzalez boy 05, thank you for hitting me up on Instagram. Thank you. YouTube, Captain Jack Rackham Levy. But I show this again because Bishop, I told you. Raider by nature, thank you for coming over. Little naughty by nature, Raider by nature. But the Bishop, yeah, I know. And the Chargers are 3-0. Chargers are 3-0. Now, Chargers are a good team. We found that out last week. But what I can't stand are the Commanders that much of a good team that they whooped our ass. They're decent. They're not as good as the Chargers, but they whooped our ass. And I'm telling you how. And I was going to say, Violator told me last week, don't sugarcoat it, Jack. Don't sugarcoat it, Jack. I'm not sugarcoating it. I don't know. I don't go by those what the fucking what the thing on the street, what the numbers are. What the PFF numbers are. Pro Football Focus. Fuck that. My shit on Instagram. Please come over to YouTube. Sharief, thank you for being here. No, it was beyond stink. It was horrendous. Bishop, that's fine. You got to be able to fucking throw the ball. And this is it. Tell me if you've heard this before, because I've spoke about it last week. If you're new to the show, then you can hear it for the first time. And the coach doesn't call shit. It's up to the offense coordinator. But the problem is, what's the problem? The problem is the fucking offensive line. Our offensive line is offensive. You cannot do shit. Nothing. And I'm in a hotel room, so I'm going to try to lower it. Fuck it. You cannot do anything without the support of your offensive line. Joel, good to see you behind enemy lines. Thank you there. Thank you there. actually, I Miss Peggy and I spoke about this on Tuesday or Wednesday, Wednesday. And I was saying that the offensive rookies that we got at the draft, we were probably going to incorporate them little by little. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. And I was on record. I was on record to say that Alex Kappa would be a capable replacement. And I have to, what is it? That there's a word for it. I have to say that my thoughts on professional football players, per Stuart Schweigert, because he says they are professionals. They are the top 0.1 or 2% of the entire spectrum, because they made it to the NFL. So technically, they don't suck. Technically, and I'll give Stuart that. But of the people that are in the NFL, yeah, you've used that one before. For those that don't know the person in question, I'm not gonna paint any pictures. Jersey, it's not me saying it. I would say it's probably easier to penetrate than air up Spicy's nose. She's got a toucan nose. I'll say that. Easier to penetrate than air up Spicy's nose. She says I talk about her. Fuck that. I just did. For probably the first time in a while. That's easy penetration. Right now, the Giants with 36 seconds are side of the 50. On Kansas City side, Russell Wilson calls timeout with 29 seconds left, or there's a flag, one or the other. Bonnie Blue. Hey, so good to see you. 80, was it? 8 Omar 05. Thank you for being. Hit me up on YouTube, please. Hit me up on YouTube. You see everybody. Yeah, and for those that I'm going next week. Today was the Bears coach's first victory in the NFL. Hooray for him. I would say, again, hooray. Put this over here. I don't want to be his second win. Drox, you can do that. You throw in the towel, by the way. I know what you meant. Esther Delilah, thank you for being here. Please come over to YouTube. Like I said, all the people that are over there on Instagram, I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you. Please come to YouTube. Yeah, it's the same thing. Oh, no, we suck again. The offensive line sucks. There was a guy, I can't remember who it was. We basically put him in permanent timeout because he says, I've never been wrong. And Ashton Genty is a bust. Well, you're fucking wrong. Jim Brown, Earl Campbell, friggin' Larry Zonka couldn't make yards behind our offensive line. Dan Marino, John Hadel, Johnny Unitas couldn't throw behind our offensive line. What is the common denominator there? We can't run the ball. We can't pass the ball. We can't do shit. And it all starts up front. And I said that, I was talking with Peggy about that show. I said our rookies that we drafted are probably going to find their way into the offensive line pretty soon. And it is embarrassing. Paul Delgado, thank you for being here on Instagram. Please come to YouTube. Please come to YouTube. Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Back for somebody on here, they said our O-line was top 10 with no big. Oh, no. Jeddy couldn't even make his first step before being hit. It's true. And it's Johnson, by the way, Bishop. Why is Johnson not as a... I think... Oh, here's some news. Per an unnamed source, I won't say this. Per an unnamed source who got it directly from a source close to JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson. He was ready to play today. He was ready to play today. Ardell, maybe not a sixth, but should have been our second round pick. Our line is trash. No, I'm starting to worry about Carroll. Sharief, shut up. Shut up. It's not Pete Carroll's cognitive health. Carroll is sharper than a bunch of people we know. For Instagram, please come over to YouTube, Captain Jack Rackham Levy. We as fans can't see it. Seems we keep doing the same things with the same problems. Esteban, good to see you. Has this team lost its identity? What was its identity, Esteban? Por favor. ¿Qué es identity for los Raiders? What is it? I'm sorry if I butchered the Spanish. I'm sorry. Ardell, I hope we get 7. If we get 7, I'll win my bet. We have some bums on the schedule yet. Hey, the bums that we had, the immediate bum was the Chicago Bears, and they kicked the living dog snot out of Dallas today. Johnson was ready, and Pete used some crazy short week. Yeah, he was ready to play. I got to ask this, and I don't know about this, but I heard from a very reliable source, unnamed reliable source. JPJ was ready to play today. He did not play. I submit to you. Is JPJ in the doghouse? Is that why he was going this thing? Well, you're not my center. We'll try you out at right guard. We want to have Meredith in there. The majority of or maybe not the majority, the ones I saw, how's that? Because that's true. The sacks I saw, the pressures I saw was coming from the middle. Left guard to right guard. The middle of the field was a sieve. That was easier to penetrate than, what you were saying before, Sharief. I'm not going to solve that. Another game with a top star quarterback. And yeah, that's the other thing. If you want to win against the Raiders, I'm saying that it's true. Who do we got next week? We got the Bears. The Bears should play Tyson Bagent next week. They should play Tyson Bagent, the same guy that when we went to Chicago 2 years ago, he was playing because Justin Fields was injured. Backup quarterback. And they whooped our ass, the Bears. Today we playing a backup quarterback, and Marcus Mariota whooped our ass. There were I don't even remember the other teams. We played the Dolphins backup quarterback, whooped our ass. And I said this for the record. I would have much rather have played Jaden Daniels today because Mariota really can't throw. And Alex Crappa needs to be cut immediately. My opinion. What's the scene that they're saying? Like if you are big and can, a big person, fat, with some strengths, and you can, if you can get in the way, all you do is get in the way of other people, they're having tryouts with the Raiders. Yeah, he did Sharief, but honestly, he threw short passes. It was short because the one I would call him, what was his name? I'll call him a chirper. I had a chirper in my ear the entire game. Chirp, 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 chirp. Oh, Captain Jack, get ready. Here comes the long bomb. It was 11-yard pass. 11-yard pass. Yeah, 5 dudes on the street. Yeah, and I was on TV. Thank you there, Asa. It was myself and Destruction. And was it Power Raider was behind me. He said, "Dude, why are you getting in front of me?" Like, dude, I don't do the camera angles. Mariota was awful. Actually, he didn't get a chance, but I don't think that that should be a lateral. They said it wasn't a lateral. Okay, so I don't know. And he did. He played wonderful today. Who's that? Black Panther Raider, Static Boy. Thank you for being here on Instagram. Please come over to YouTube. Just go to Captain Jack Rackham Levy on YouTube. Yeah, you can't control the camera angles. I was on TV. It was cool. I admit it. It's nice. And I told people, I said, I will know when I made TV, when I hear my phone go ding, 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 when it starts blowing up. When I heard that, I said, we got on TV. And yes, Sharief, it was for 9 yards. And here's what did you see? I saw, literally, my eyes saw 2 flags on the ground. 2. Not just 1. 2 flags. Oh, sorry, we're out of focus. 2 flags on the ground. I'm like, up, holding or something, coming back. And not a damn thing. Blue, good. Hey, Blue, you need to get a hold of me anyway. We got dinner to do. We do. We got dinner to do, Blue. 7 wins. 7 wins. Like I said, I get my money. And I would say that if we play like shit next week, and I'm supposed to go get his ass. Okay, good. You have a friend. Good. If they play like shit next week, I'm supposed to be in Indianapolis the following week. I made my hotel reservation. I have my ticket. I have my ticket. Yeah. I'm fucking tired. when I get back to Hollywood's house tomorrow, I am going to sleep as much as I can. Tomorrow makes 1 year when we lost to the Panthers. Yeah, happy anniversary. And yeah, it's not the quarterback. If you can block somebody, we have a running game. If you can block somebody, we have a passing game. Big Oso, good to see you, Oso. Please come over to YouTube. And Blue, I hope to hear from you in here. I'm going to put the link up. Our offensive line is ass cheeks. Actually, I think ass cheeks hold better than, because, the ass cheeks and the sphincter holds quite well. And it's quite good. Ass cheeks and sphincter. Big O's, good to see you. Please come over to YouTube. Blue's going to come in. Good. We haven't been on for half an hour. I know I'm a little early, but I know that we had a lot of things to talk about. I'm going to put up the link. I would enjoy, because if you don't talk, it's okay. Oh, you have a sinus flu? Honey, I do too. Let me put this down. Come into the show. Participate. No, Blue, shush. You ain't scaring shit. Come into the show, please. I want somebody that has can talk intelligently. There we go. Hollywood's already packed. I told him that I needed to pack. I will pack after the show, Hollywood. 06, I need to be ready. 06, I need to be ready. Yep. You give me some time, Bishop. Let me put this up, okay? Yeah, I'm going to put up the link. There's the link. Skulls Raider, good to see you. Please come over to YouTube. Let me pull up the schedule. Pull up the schedule, okay? Because I know that next week it's the Bears. And then after the Bears, it's at the Colts. Then it's the Titans. I will be there for the Titans-Raiders game. Then it's the Raiders at the Chiefs. I will be there because Johnny Souza and I are going to that game. Then it's the Jaguars at the Raiders, and I will be there in Vegas for that. Then it's Raiders at the Broncos on Thursday night. I will not be there for that, but I will be. Pirate Life, good to see you. Please come over to YouTube. I will be over in Green Bay for the Green Bay Philadelphia Eagles game. I'm looking forward to that. Cowboys at Raiders is the Monday night. I will be there for that. Browns at Raiders. I think I'm going to be at that. Raiders at Chargers. No. Will not be at Raiders or Chargers. Will not be. Maybe I will be. The Jaguar game I will be at because there's things going on in Reno. I will be there for that. So I'll be on there for that. Broncos at Raiders. I will be there for that. Raiders at Eagles. No. I'm not going to Philadelphia on December 14th to freeze my ass off to watch the Raiders get their asses handed to them by the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, as of right now, I'm supposed to be in Houston on December 21st. Maybe. Giants at Raiders, I will be there for that. Chiefs at Raiders, I will be there for that. But there's a possibility that I don't go to Indy if they play like ass next week. It's a possibility, or no, it's bona fide. I'm definitely not going to Denver, but we'll go to Green Bay. I'll see a good game in Green Bay. So that's the schedule. You asked for it, you got a Toyota. Bears kicked the shit out of the Cowboys. Yep. You watching Casey? Yes. Yeah. You know what? Link is there. Okay, Black Thanos, aka Sharief, is gonna be in a minute. Raider Girl Deb, thank you for being here, honey. Please, please, please come over to YouTube. Please come to YouTube. Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Bears kicked the shit out of Cowboys. Said the same about Phil. Yeah, I'm not going to Phil Freeze. There's no get it. Now, Bishop, honestly, that's bullshit too. And you say you're on the tank for whatever. We need offensive linemen. Johnny Fever, good to see you. Fucking Raider fans to 75 here. And this is one of the worst O-lines I can remember, yes. And the defense might as well be fucking wear Matador outfits year after effing year, man. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, we are going to be joined, and I wish him for good night, Wood. Hollywood's going to bed. It's 9:15 Eastern. I am going to bed after this show. And your participation in this show will dictate how long this show will be. But no later than 11 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm gonna have our boy Black Thanos come in. Sharief, give me a mic check, please, shipmate.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Mike is good, brother. How you doing?
I'm okay, Cap. Just trying to recuperate and heal after that ass whipping we all witnessed. Or just maybe it was some act of Harry Carey, as they call it, because I don't know, the spirit of this team just really seems disjointed, unenthusiastic, lost. And you don't expect that from a senior, experienced head coach team. But you know, I have to be honest, Cap. We were all in denial leading up into this season because we're all inherently biased as Raider fans. So we try to minimize the flaws. We gloss over some things. And it was egregious and outrageous that a spy tech comes over here after a year ago where we were dead last in rushing. So you get the so-called best runner in the draft, and you don't draft anyone on the O-line to improve a run game last year that was dead freaking last. Mm-hmm. You know, instead you go for a wide receiver, you know, as I mentioned to you before. And now, as you correctly pointed it out, we're seeing the folly of that, you know, the line collapsing. And compounding that is the musical chairs that these three blind mice, Carol, his son, and Chip Kelly, are flip-flopping and switching these guys around out of position. It's it's like an 8-year-old playing Madden for the first time, and he just say, well, I'm gonna put this guy here, I'm gonna put this guy there. Mm-hmm. It's maddening, especially when you have witnessed as much football as you and I and many, many others in the audience. And I've seen some bad games. As I mentioned in the comments, a year ago tomorrow, we lost to the Panthers 36-22. Mm-hmm. But even that team with less star power wasn't quite as bad as this team going into week 3, because we did beat the Baltimore Ravens on the road a year ago, week 2. So, this is horrible, Cap. And I've been to a lot of them. I remember Veterans Day 2012 in Baltimore when they put like 50 something on us. I was at that game. I was at the Atlanta massacre during the pandemic when they beat us like 44-6. I was in New Orleans when we were shut out completely and couldn't cross the 50-yard line. I was at Gruden's first game against the Rams, and that former quarterback threw 3 interceptions, and they walked all over us like a nappy carpet. I've seen a lot of bad games in person. So lately, in recent years, I've kind of fallen in love with the idea of saving my money, because I was at the last Washington game in 2017 where we lost. And I was out in Oakland 2013 when we had Matt LaFleur. What was that, his last name? The guy we got from Green Bay, and he ended up starting for us because I think Terrell Pryor got hurt or something like that. And I was at that game, and that was a ugly game and a loss. So
no, Matt LaFleur is the coach. You're talking about Matt. Yeah, I know his first name is Matt. He's the guy that looks like Matt Damon.
right. I can't think of the guy.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that shows you how impactful he was, that I can't remember his last name.
Yeah.
But you know who I'm talking about. But we lost that game 2013. I was out in Oakland to witness that. It's going to be a long year, Cap. And I looked at Ashton Genty's face in the interview post game, and to me, he looks like he has that Devontae Adams loading face. Whereas any day now or any week, if this persists, his confidence, his aura is going to shift right before our eyes, and it's not going to be good. And I can't blame the kid, because he probably figures this isn't what he signed up for, but this was the worst rushing team in the league a year ago. And just bringing him here alone isn't going to fix that when he can barely make his first step without being hit. I will give Geno credit for not turning the ball over. You know, you still have to acknowledge the fact of 3 touchdown passes, 0 fumbles, 0 interceptions. Him and Tucker had a good day for what it's worth, but the defense couldn't stop anything. We could have used that last week. That would have been enough to win a week ago, the effort he gave us this week. But, you know, looking at Chicago next week, I don't see anything where we can beat our chest about like King Kong and walk in there super cocky and confident after seeing what Caleb and them did to a still talented Cowboy team. You know, their offense is no worse than ours, and their quarterback certainly isn't any worse than ours, or more accomplished, you could say. Yeah. And I hope they didn't hit a magic switch. I'm hoping maybe it's just a crazy off day for Dallas. Yeah, because
I'm sorry, Sharief. I want to make sure that Blue knew not to go anywhere, because she's coming on as soon as you're done. But I apologize, Sharief. Go ahead and
no, that's fine. That's fine. And we can be 1-3 before you know it. Yeah. So again, Cap, I give you a lot of credit. I did see you on TV. I know that's a lot to endure year after year after year, where we feel like this might be the year. This should be it. And the reason why I made that reference about Pete Carroll, if he's going to be stubborn, even if he doesn't have any cognitive issues, that might be a little extreme to say, or insensitive. But we can agree that some older people are extremely stubborn.
Yeah, I'll agree that. Yeah, that I'll do.
And that's maybe what lost him that last Super Bowl against the Patriots, trying to be the smartest guy in the room. I know you say, oh, he didn't call it, somebody else. You don't make that decision without consulting the head coach, or he's oblivious like you and me watching on TV. I don't buy that with a world championship on the line. Because that person will be fired before they can get on the airplane.
He gave Darrell Bevel, because that's the guy's name, gave him pretty much carte blanche to call the plays. And the reason why I know that is because remember how when Ditka was running the Bears, right? Mm-hmm. He had Buddy doing the defense, and Ditka was doing, his own thing. And he basically, that's your team, that's yours. That's yours. Spags does the same thing with the Chiefs, because Spags controls the defense and Andy Reid controls the offense. I got the offense, you got the defense. Like 2 head coaches in one, okay? Bevel had the offense. He called the play. And actually, I was told that Bevel called the play. And then I found out that friggin' Russell Wilson checked out of it. So it was two fucked up things. Okay. Bevel called the play, and then Wilson checked out of it. So was the play originally supposed to be the pass, or did he check out of it to a pass? I don't know. Was Marshawn supposed to carry the ball? I don't know that, but it was a Bevel Wilson decision, and I will back on that.
I don't doubt you, Cap. I know you're a informed and responsible conveyor of information. I can say Richard Sherman and some other ex-Seahawk players had some very colorful theories or opinions as far as what transpired that day and the motivation behind it. However, back to the Raiders, if Pete's bias, just like our bias towards the Shield as Raider fans, for his son cannot clear up, we be lucky to win 5 games this year.
Yeah, and that's because that offensive line, not only is it shitty, and people were saying, put Lakitasi in there. He can't. I mean, Crappa, and yes, I say his name correctly. Alex Crappa got. I mean, I wouldn't even say got manhandled. He was like a ghost, man. They went right by him like he wasn't there. And with Meredith, a lot of those things. And Blue, I'll be on with you in just a second. She's not pitching a bitch. I just want her on so much. I want to make sure she doesn't go. But the interior, okay. Remember last week, Parham had all of those penalties and the holding and all the other shit. I didn't hear a call today, but I did see that the interior of the offensive line shouldn't have even been there. It was like they weren't there at all because they got blitzed. They got, blitzed and blazed, and they were not fucking there, and it was horrible.
Yes. I'm glad you mentioned number 66, Chicken Palm, as I call him. Or sometimes when I'm really angry, I call him Eggplant Palm. And this is me talking, so I can say it.
Hey, remember the eggplant? You can't say that shit. You know, as a black
I can say it, Cap.
You can. But Sharief, you could use the N-word too, and I don't use that. But you can call him an eggplant. I can't because I don't. I prefer not to anyway. And you will never. If you hear me call somebody the N-word, oh my God, that means I went super high ballistic pissed for no reason. Because you know how I feel about that word. You know how I feel about that word. But
I call him those terms because he gets cooked all the time. However, Pete's going to have to do something about his son. I would suggest reassigning him to something maybe more befitting, like hydration specialist. And I would also suggest
that's some quality H2O. That's some
exactly. He can stand right next to Bobby and be his assistant. And also, Cap, I don't know how you feel about this, but I want Chip Kelly's high and mighty fat ass on the sideline so he can be in tune and in the post with the offensive players instead of sitting up there like Nero or, like King Tut out of some Caligula movie or something like that. No, if Patrick Graham, after this defense excelled in 2023, can be brought back down to earth, and we're paying this guy Kelly $6 million a year, the highest paid OC in history, and this is what we get? No. Bring your ass down to the field, communicate with the players, listen to what they're saying, hear their concerns and reactions in real time. And I think that would make such a difference other than him being like 400 feet up in the air and just sending, diagrams down. Okay.
Well, hey, Sharief, I definitely, I'm glad that you popped in. I'm gonna make sure that we get Blue on. Blue's awesome, and you have seen Blue on other shows. Very, very articulate, knowledgeable lady, and just like Peggy, because she's articulate, and knowledgeable. So is Blue, and I want to this is going to be her first time on my show, and I want to welcome her. But Sharief, thank you for that. I will
absolutely, bro. I'll let Blue take it away, and let's try to keep the faith because it's gonna be a long year. Talk to you soon.
All right. Hey, thank you, Sharief, for being there. Let me know when you're gonna remember. Me and you got to talk off site about stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks, brother. You take care.
All right.
All right. That is Black Thanos, the great Sharifa Ali Khan. And without further ado, I'm giving you blue. Doobie doo doo dee doo doo dee doo doo. How you doing, darling?
Hey, Captain Jack.
What's going on, darling? And this is Miss Blue. It's great to have her on my show. Hey, your top actually resembles my bottoms.
Oh, nice. Oh, look, and the glasses too. Like, hold on, let me see. Can you see my little glasses?
Oh yeah, you got skull.
They're like stolen.
That's cool. And my legs hurt for putting it that high up in the camera. But I had to show you. So no, that's awesome. How you doing, darling?
I'm hanging in there. I mean, aside from the obvious, but I'm hanging in there.
Okay.
This game, I will tell you, did not help.
Yeah, I'm very nasally too, because I've been. I think they call it like the Las Vegas flu. It's like I'm just post nasal drip. Not to gross people out. I'm sorry.
No, but I got you. Yeah.
It's the stuffiness and the drip, and the coughing and the hacking and Hollywood saying, "Now you got COVID." Like, fuck you. I don't got COVID. I just got a bad cough, and I need to tell my doctor when I get home on Tuesday, or I'm going to call in to tell my doctor. Said I need those little yellow, and I don't know what they're called. You might know what they're little yellow pills, and they dry you the fuck up, real dry.
Oh, yeah.
Those
I don't know what they're called, but I do know what you're talking about. Like I don't have that. Like I actually have a sinus infection. It turned into a cold, like the flu.
Oh,
so I've been out of commission for that's why I sound nasally. I've been out of commission for a minute now, but I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah, you need to get your hands on some of those.
I will. Well, I need to get my hands on a couple different things, but that's one thing. There you go. I need to get my hands on some other good shit, but that's stuff I do need to get my hands on too.
Yeah, for sure.
But so give me your thoughts, darling. Like I said, you're long, articulate. Oh my, am I wrong when I say that it basically comes down to the fucking offensive line? Because the offensive line, this is what it is. The offensive line can't pass block. The offensive line
can't run block either.
Yeah, right. They can't pass block. They can't run block. And the fact that they can't do that delineates why we have the shitty play calls that we have. So it's all three things working because of one factor. Chip Kelly's offense looks like shit because the offensive line can't do anything. And we
can't convert. And we can't convert with the shit.
Yeah.
Which also, does largely also stem from the O-line being so shit. But, putting all those factors together. Yeah, I mean, our team right now is like, it is a walking billboard for Charmin. You can see the softness. I mean,
it's not Charmin, but it is Kleenex because I'm so
yeah, mine's not even name brand, but I've got my own example right here.
There you go. Hey, you do you, and I do mine. If you're on Instagram, I thank you for being on Instagram, but please come to YouTube because you're only looking at an ugly dude here. You can look at me and a good-looking lady.
Not right now.
Oh, shut up! You're hot. Okay, you're
it must be the red nose that does it.
Hey, I'd hit that. Okay, I'd hit that red nose in a good way. Okay, so shush. But yeah, it's now, Blue. I'm gonna ask you. Okay.
Yeah.
Because like as Sharief said, this is like for our second round pick, we picked Jack Betch, which was a decent pick. But wouldn't it been? I mean, I'm sure that there was an offensive line just like last year.
I was thinking the same thing.
Dropped down to the second round because we picked JPJ, who was a first round talent in the second round last year. I said,
and why the fuck was he not in there today?
Aha.
Why was he not playing center today?
Did you hear me earlier? Did you miss earlier? I have it from a good source. I won't say who the source is. I have it from a good source. He was available to play today. And he was out. So I think, and this is an opinion. This ain't a fact. This is my opinion that JPJ is in Coach Carroll's. I had to think I was going to call him Coach Fucktwat. He was in Coach Carroll's doghouse for a reason to be determined. A reason I don't know, but he looks like he's in the doghouse because they devised this. Well, we're going to have you play the best position you can because you're not capable for calling the plays or something. Okay, that's a plausible idea as to why you're not playing center because you have to make the line calls. Okay, so that's plausible. But when you get back and you are ready from a concussion, okay, and you're able to play, he was there. And I was looking at warm-ups because they were right in front of me, the warm-ups where I was in the end zone. Warm-up in front of me, I'm like, oh my God, Alex Crappa is playing right guard. He's playing right guard. And then they went to the other guys, the second tier line, and JPJ started at left guard, and then he went to right guard on the, when they were doing their maneuvers. I'm like, oh, we're fucked. We're fucked. Yeah. I don't know.
And you're right. I totally get where that speculation would come from. It's hard for me to fathom that a professional, talking about Carroll, that a professional would sabotage, like quite literally when you see what happened, sabotage their team and their own record just for the sake of being petty.
Well, maybe
it's not unheard of. Clearly, right. It's not unheard of, but
this is what Sharief was saying and he first said that maybe Pete is not cognitive. I said, no, don't say that. But he did say that maybe
stubborn.
Because thank you. Pete is stubborn and he's trying to break, was it break the Mavericks or break,
Yeah, I get what you mean. Right. Yeah. I get what you mean.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying I don't personally believe it's likely.
Okay. Well, but why wasn't he playing then?
No, I agree. I don't know if there was some other thing going on or if there was some underlying thing going on with him that we don't know about. I mean, who the fuck knows? I put it this way. Okay, more than that, I believe it's unlikely. I don't want to believe that that's true.
I hear you.
So maybe it's just denial on my part, really. But I would just hope not. I mean, for somebody who has 2 Super Bowls under their belt, you would hope that, or I would hope, excuse me, that their pettiness wouldn't outweigh their logic. And what they can see and what's happening on that field, I would hope that if it were possible, that they would make whatever move, independent of their own personal petty bug up their ass, would overcome that. Or supersede that, rather, is a better word.
No, I like
they would do is just better for the team.
Yeah. But here's what I think. And Peggy and I discussed, we were talking about it. I said, you will see the 2 rookies sooner than later. And and this is how I put it. I said, well, maybe they'll get some time, interspersed. You hearing? Fuck no. The way that the interior offensive line from Parham to Meredith to Crappa, and yes, that is correct.
Yeah,
the interior offensive line. If you have to put some people, you got Grant and you got Rogers and you got Tassi. Okay, Tassi's not going to play center, right?
Right.
But, okay, you can put those guys in, and by the way, do a jumbo package, okay, where maybe Grant plays the tackle on the strong side instead of the tight end, okay? And by the way, I think Michael Mayer he was
he was out for a second.
He was out, and then but I don't believe he came back in because I saw number 80, the backup tight end, play a lot because he was in front of me with his okay, I'm not going to call her a bad name, but his his hottie totsie in front of me when they were doing the lineup of the VIPs. Then I said, "Who's this chick? Who's it? Oh, is she an IG chick?" I was like, "Oh no, she's 80's girlfriend," because he came over and they did some pictures. I'm like, "Okay, that's his girlfriend." So that's what happened there. So give me Lucky Tot, man. Give me Lucky Totsi at one of those guards. Seriously, he can't play any worse.
I mean, can't play any worse.
Yeah,
Can't play any worse than what we saw.
right.
Excuse me, but yeah, no, you're you're not wrong. And yeah, Mayor and Michael Mayer was out and down. I didn't see him come. He did not come back into the game,
Yeah,
mind you. I was out of it for like the last quarter, kind of. I was fading in and out. Honestly, I've been just kind of like back and forth, like I'm watching. But yeah, I didn't see him come back into the game, and I did see him go off the field. Like eventually, he went off the field assisted, but they did bring the card out at one point, I think, for him too, right?
Yeah, brought the card out. And I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
87." I was like, "That's Mayor."
And
I noticed that the cart went back because it was kitty corner on the other side of the field from my end zone.
Okay, right.
So that's what I said. No, he didn't go. So I thought, okay, good. They didn't use the cart. That's a good sign. But still, I don't know what his injury was. I do not know. All I do know is that I saw the Commanders players doing the same thing that the Giants did when they broke Theismann's leg. They were like this. So it was Commanders players to the Raiders bench going, this is serious.
Yeah.
So,
Well, initially, I think that they said it was like a concussion protocol, but then they were saying something like he hurt his shoulder. So I'm not sure if they cleared that up or not. Like since then, I haven't seen anything, but but I know that initially, it was they thought it was concussion, but then they were saying something about his shoulder, something about his arm, like the way he came down on it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna get this to you, Blue. Like I said, we got throw those bad boy offensive linemen in. They can't do any worse. Remember, we had Jay and Blaze last year as rookies, and they did okay. They did okay.
And even okay is better than what we've been seeing.
Right.
I even said it after our first game, which was a win, that it wasn't a good game. And quite frankly, it wasn't. But for us, shit, it might have been a good game. And that's scary.
That might be the highlight of the year. And Bishop is already on his tank for bank. I'm like, no, Bishop. Bishop.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that. Like, I typically am not like a tank person, but tomato. I mean, that's a matter of opinion. I'm personally not a tank mode type person, but they're getting paid way too much for that.
True. So,
but
I hope that for two things, I hope to see you when I go out to Vegas when you have time and when I have time. Just like the movie. Well, Mr. Hand, if I'm here and you're here, isn't it our time? So hopefully we will have our time together, and that'll be good.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, absolutely.
You got my number. Here we go.
Of course.
Call me. Yeah, I'll be out there Friday.
You're gonna be here this Friday until when?
Till Monday.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yeah, this week. So hopefully we can get something done. I'm telling everybody my date this week is Ed Winchell.
At Winchell?
That's my date. Ed Winchell is my date. And people are like, so what bimbo are you bringing? I said, first off, they're not bimbos because Blue was not a bimbo. Blue had my seat for the preseason game. I don't give my seats to bimbos, okay? I don't have bimbos accompany me. And the second thing is that Ed Winchell's not a bimbo because he's going to be joining me and he will say this, he is a big fan of USC and Caleb Williams. And he said when the schedule came out last year, he said, Jay, I want to go to the Bears game. I said, sir, you will go to the Bears game with me. So Ed's my date. So Ed and
That's
I will
cool.
be out having a ball.
Well, nobody's perfect. I'm not a fan of USC, but I call them University of Spoiled Children. Rebels, baby. Hey, they're 4-0 this season. At least I have one team to cheer for.
Yeah.
Actually, two.
But their coach.
Mhm.
Oh my God, their coach.
Oh,
So
yeah, he's new too. He just came to us this season, actually. It's his first season with us.
Yeah, Dan Mullen. Can't stand him.
Mhm.
Can't stand
Again,
him.
nobody's perfect.
Yeah, because he was the Gators head coach, and he has got he's got more shit wrong with him than the law allows. I'm just saying. Yes, I'm biased. I am biased. I
It's
admit
okay.
that. You know that.
I know. I got it. Knowing is half the battle.
Okay, so you're on record. We will be lucky to get 7.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, no, I said that before. I said that before the season. I said before the season we're going to be about 7 and 10. Anything more than that is a bonus. And then now, after seeing the way we've been playing these last 3 games, with, like I said, the first game being arguably a good game for us, which was still not a good game.
Yeah,
that might even be a stretch now at this point.
Okay, because I got to look. I mean, if we play like we did today, going to Indy is like I said. I will have to. Somebody wants a ticket to Indy. I got a front row ticket that I need to sell. If they come out like ass, against the Bears. There will be a front row ticket for sale for Indianapolis. Okay.
Well, I mean, what if the Bears come out balls a blazing like they did today against the Cowboys? Holy shit. I mean, and let's be real. As much as we hate the Cowboys, they are a better team than us. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, they
are. You know?
Yeah.
And if the Bears kick their shit in, can you imagine what they're going to do to us if we fucking show up like we did today?
Yeah.
Or don't show up, rather, like we didn't today.
And there is a Monday night game against the Cow Patties, and I was looking forward to winning that game. I don't know now.
Although it might be a good upset game, so there's that.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, that's all we can do.
And I tell whoever is my +1, there are certain people said, don't be mad if I go spend time with Blue, or don't be mad if I spend time with a few people. Okay.
Sure.
There is another gal. I told her already. I said, and I don't know if she's coming out or not. I said, I will tell whoever +1 I got. I said, don't be mad if I got to spend time with because they're special. So I will do that.
Are you talking about Raider Monroe?
Oh no. These are other people. These are other people.
Oh. Got it.
So, yeah.
Got it.
No. Raider Monroe, a good friend of the program. Sharief knows her real well. So
okay. Yeah. No, she's hella cool. We started chatting with each other. She's cool for sure.
Good. Yeah. Great lady to have around.
Oh yeah.
But,
absolutely.
Hey, I am so happy you came in.
Thank you. I'm glad we got to chat again. I miss you. I miss our chats.
I miss our chats too, and it'll be a lot better when I get a chance to actually give you a big hug, and we don't have to worry about the nasal shit because we both got it.
I know.
We both got it. You don't have to worry about that.
I know. I might actually even have to swing back in and get like an extension of my antibiotics because they're not doing shit, and I run out tomorrow. So
go get some meds. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get those little yellow pills, whatever the fuck they're called. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah.
I don't even get
if that helps you.
Tuesday. I don't get home till Tuesday, and then you can't see a doc until you make an appointment to see a doc. And I'm gonna say, I need these pills, or can I get these pills? I leave on Friday.
Go to Quick Care, like CVS Quick Care. A lot of times that's what I do. I don't bother with an appointment because they take walk-ins. It's like going to urgent care with nothing. Yeah, I just go there sometimes if it's something like that.
Fucking name of them though. Maybe I can get
CVS Quick Care and just tell them, say, hey, they'll know what it is though.
I need the little yellow pills. I need the little blue pills. Oh no, the little yellow pills.
They could dry out my sinus.
Yeah, that dry out.
Hey, they both drain you.
Fuck yeah, for sure. If I'm if I'm to be drained, I want to be drained in a good way. That's for true.
Right.
B Hart, come on over to YouTube. Thank you for being here. Ned Khan, come on over to YouTube from Instagram. Airborne Ranger 87, come on over to YouTube. It was great. Yeah, thank you there, Ned Khan. It was awesome. Thank you. Great sitting next to you as well. Great. Thank you. Go to my YouTube channel because you're looking at my tits. Stop looking at my tits. Stop looking at my tits.
My eyes are up here, buddy.
Yeah, right here. See, these are mine. You can have them. Well, never mind. We'll talk another time. But stop looking at my tits. Go over to YouTube. Okay. But yeah, Blue, thank you for coming in, darling. It's great. It's great to have you in here more often. Come in.
Thank you. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me. For sure.
All right. Thank you, darling. You take care and give me a call on Friday.
Okay. Sounds great. Ciao.
Bye-bye, honey.
Bye.
Take care. All right,
You too. Bye.
Oh, that's my Blue. Well, it's not my Blue. It's not my Blue. But Ned Khan was laughing about hey, these are mine. Now you might be able to have them, but we'll talk about. I need a flu shot. Like I said, so I don't even know what's going on. I heard that the Giants scored a touchdown and then they had a shitty kick. Hey, remember, it could have been worse because their kick, the Commander's kicker missed a kick. I didn't see where it went, but it's like just where. But so here it is. Okay, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. I'm going to put the link up again because we've had Sharief on here. We've had Blue on here. Okay, come into the show. Oh, it was blocked. Okay, thank you. See, I didn't see it. Rick, you, Captain in Oakland at Raiders Mecca in 2009. Thanks, Mec. Rick, always good to see my older friends. And it was great to, yeah. I can't see who that is. Ned Khan. And Beat Mar T. Thank you for coming in. If you're on Instagram, thank you for being on Instagram. Please come over to YouTube. New York's kicker is out with a groin injury. Did they intercept the pass? So the touchback? Hey Wilson. Play some. What my watch is beeping. Okay. Somebody was hitting me up for something. Okay, Raiders talk. Okay. Got temperature. Okay. Anyway, fuck it. Please come in. Like I said, this show, New York Kickers out with a groin injury. That sucks. You see this? Oh, here. No, it's there, right. Come into the show. I will be on for as long as I have people coming in because I'm telling you this. I got to pack my shit. I got to get it ready to go. I got to be out of this hotel at 0600 tomorrow. Yeah, Brian, I was going to say, why did we stop play action? Well, the one thing about play action is most of the time that I saw, Co-Air Mexico, thank you for being here on Instagram. Thank you. Please come to YouTube because then you can see the whole show. But it's not really the questions around Chip Kelly. It's the offensive line is dictating what works or not. If your offensive lineman, and there's a joke that would be for like pushed in. I'm not gonna say it because it is definitely a joke that is LGBTQTXRYZ, whatever, unacceptable. But it was funny when you could say such things, but you can't. So I'm not going to say anything about being pushed in. No jokes. It was funny, though. But our offensive line was pushed in and pushed back beyond reproach. Sucked. That's why Gino was running for his life. Because, the offensive line couldn't block. The offensive line couldn't block for Genty. Every time Genty, or maybe not every time, but I would say most of the time, and this is true, most of the time, Genty touches the ball in the backfield, there's two guys that were tackling him. Why? Because they were getting penetration on our basically not even their offensive line. So we've been on for an hour 10. Wow, it's not even 10 o'clock yet. I was on a little early. So I'm trying. And yet, Brian, the question about Chip Kelly is, okay, yeah, has his play calling not shown the craftiness of what we intended for him to be? Eric G. Peckus, thank you for being here. Please come over to YouTube because you're only looking at this. You can be looking at the full thing with better sound over at YouTube. Yes, sacked too many times. How many times would somebody look it up? Because I don't. I would say at least. This is a guess. 5 times. Geno Smith was sacked at least 5 times. 0 picks. He did throw into double coverage at least the one time where if it wasn't for Thornton stripping the interception ball, he would have had a pick. He would have been picked at least once. Patty Graham need to go back to the box. He called better games last season up there. Okay, that's the thing. But it's up to the head coach. Surfer Bob, welcome back. Trade Crosby. You'll never get more for him than now. Do it, Tommy. Carol saying you played JPJ because it was a short week. What the fuck is going on? No, that's bullshit. That's me saying it's bullshit. Server Bob, remember, watch what you say, Bob. Watch what you say because there are people that are my moderators, that kick people out for troll shit. I don't do it, but there are people that are moderators. Do we think because Geno threw too many picks the last game, he was overthinking and he seemed slow in progressions? That's possible, but he was like, what the fuck is coming on? It's like a damn jailbreak. Get Mahomes. Yes. He was awful. No, I'm not watch. I'm saying I'm not a troll, just real. Okay, well, but if you, I'm just saying, Bob, if you're a dick about shit, even if you're not a troll, if you're a dick, you can have an opinion, but don't be a dick about it. You understand the fine line there, Bob? Okay, you understand. You can have an opinion, but don't be a dick about your opinion, if you understand. What do you think the reason is for not as many targets to Brock? Because he couldn't find him. He didn't have time to find him. Wait a second. Wait. That's 2. I'm usually a double sneeze guy. No, it's about just being that to me sounds, and I'm gonna ask Twan this. Okay? Because my moderators might say that, hey, Twan, and welcome to the show, by the way. The minister, the reverend. No, is it the minister of the congregation?
The chaplain. But,
the chaplain. Okay, the chaplain.
I'm kind of leery about that title because
It's
today
okay.
I might say some foreign language, But yeah, go ahead, Captain Jack. Blessings to everybody out there. Good to see you guys.
Blessings to you. Now, would you say that if somebody says, and this is from tonight, trade Crosby now because you will never get any higher output for him? That was from tonight. And then the other one was, Genty is a bust. And I said, he's not a bust. I said, no, he is a bust. I've never been wrong. Never been wrong. And these are two statements from one of the persons in the chat.
So the first one with the Max Crosby, I'm gonna have to take the Raider cap off when I make this statement because I definitely have to see it on both sides, right? If I'm a Raider fan, then definitely no way, right? But for in certain cases, if you were going to say, okay, let's scrap everything and let's try to rework all this all over again, what is the biggest fish in our pond?
That's true. I agree there.
And what's going to get the most bang for the buck if we decided to shop that? So, I'm in the mode of, yes, keep Max Crosby as a Raider fan, but if there's a team out there that's willing to throw us, five first rounders or something ridiculous, then you might want to entertain that, because looking at Max Crosby, even in the years that he has been here, how many winning seasons have we had with Max Crosby on the roster?
Winning season, I think we had one at most.
Yeah. So so you look at it that way, right? But my general answer would be like, nah, we need to keep Max Crosby. We need to build around players like Max Crosby. But if we can't do that, then you gotta, when you clean house, you gotta clean up everything in the house.
I agree.
And that's where it's at now with the Genty thing. Genty being a bust, this is exactly what something that I've been preaching since the draft, because I knew that this was going to come down the road.
Yeah.
And it was going to happen because we did not address the offensive line. The reason why Genty's not shining and flashing the way that everybody wants Genty to be is because that as soon as the ball is snapped, you know what I'm saying, and Genty touches the ball, there's somebody that's right in his face as a defender. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen that, you know what I'm saying? Of course, every once in a while he'll break one and he looks good here and there, but the consistency of him running the ball is because of our offensive line. So because we failed to address that, that's what makes Genty look bad. And that's why people are saying Genty is a bust. Genty is not a bust. It's just that our offensive line is a bust.
Yeah, and I said that. You can have Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, Larry Zonka behind this offensive line. They will get their ass chewed. You can have Johnny Unitas, Dan Marino, John Hadel, picking Hall of Fame quarterback behind this offensive line, and he would look pedestrian because the offensive line sucked. I'll have to say, if you are on Instagram, thank you so much for being on Instagram. Thank you. Please go over to YouTube. You're just looking at my tits and my head. You can go to YouTube and see my head, just my head, and my guest. So stop looking at my tits. Stop looking at my tits. Come on over, please.
Maybe I need to go on Instagram and give me a couple of looks at the boobies.
Yeah. Well, they're not out. They're not out. I mean, it's not like the dude in the movie, like, ooh, I'm not doing this. Okay, but no.
But yeah, that's
Right over the YouTube. Thank you.
yeah, and that's exactly what like I said, I've been saying, and I've been putting this map together for everybody that is on that bus.
All right,
How are we expecting the bad offensive line of last year to all of a sudden be the good offensive line of this year?
I got you.
We haven't changed anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the difference?
Yeah,
What's the difference?
Like I said, Matt Miranda says your team, and it's not with the quarterback. It's not with the quarterback. It's not with the play caller. And good to see you there, AK from NFL Reality Check. Good to see you, brother. It's not with the offensive line dictates the running game. It dictates the passing game, and it dictates the play calling. Three important things. Offensive line dictates all that. No men wear black. Please come over to YouTube.
And that's the problem with where we are as a team. When Chip Kelly's trying to draw up plays, and obviously we believe Chip Kelly has an extensive playbook. We know that there's a lot of things we haven't seen, and honestly, there's a lot of things we're not going to see because of the limitations that are on that offensive line. I know that Chip Kelly's like, I can't call that because our offensive line is not going to hold up enough to make this happen. And even if he made adjustments and made concessions in regards to, because like I was looking at it and I was like, man, why are we not passing the ball a little quicker? You know what I'm saying, to at least eliminate the pass rush. But again, if you do that, then the defense is going to know, oh, they're just passing short. They're going to pass short. They're not going to throw it over our heads. They're going to pass short, and that's not going to even help us. You know what I'm saying? So you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. And that's why when you watch the production, you're seeing Chip Kelly up there like this, trying to think like, what can I call out of this book?
What should I do?
He's doing that. You see that, like I was watching today on Fox, and he's doing one of these numbers, and he's doing one of these numbers, and it's like he's thinking like, what can I call? What's going to work with this bad offensive line, and what can I get by with? And defenses are playing to it. They know that we're not going to be able to throw it down the field that long because the pass rush is going to get there and our offensive line is not going to hold up. So
yeah, I was going to say, now you get the opportunity to, and Violator, I'm going to say, when I'm going to make a statement, then I'm going to say something directed towards you because I want to give you credit too.
Salute,
you
Violator.
see something on TV that I don't get a chance to see. I don't get a chance to see the cuts where they look at the box. I only see the game. I see the game and I look at what is in front of me. I can occasionally, I'll see, and normally in this field, they didn't show a lot of cuts other than, Redskin bullshit, Redskins beating the Raiders a couple different times, yada, yada. Notice they didn't show where the Raiders beat the Redskins 38-9. No, none of that was on the screen. But that was it. But I don't get a chance to see that. But here's one thing. And Violator, I give you credit for this because I said it at the beginning of the show. You told me, and Chang, I see you in there. I'll get to you in a minute, Chang. Chang, Chang looks to be a somebody I haven't seen before. So Chang, we'll give you a shot in a minute, okay? Violator told me last week outside the stadium when we were talking, I said horrible. I sounded looking like I was doing an impression of Charles Barkley. Well, no, instead I wasn't. I said horrible instead of terrible. I said horrible, just horrible. And Violator tells me, don't sugarcoat it, Jack. Don't sugarcoat it. I said, okay. He said, we laid an egg out there. And I looked at him and I smiled just like I did now. I said, nah. We didn't lay no fucking egg, because it was, and the impression was because there were people around us, it was a big pile of shit. That's what we laid last week. And last week's game looked like a Super Bowl compared to today. It looked like a Super Bowl compared to today. Today wouldn't have been a pile of shit. It would have been a big mountain, like not Everest, but a big K2. You know, K2 is the second biggest mountain in the world. It looked like a K2 amount of shit that was left today because it was horrible. It was horrible. So that's it. But and I appreciate that. Now we drafted these running backs. Yep, they shit the bed. I know they shit the bed. Now that they had shit and diarrhea and vomit, every bodily function. Oh well, some except for the good bodily functions that we want to get rid of. You know what I'm saying. You know the bad bodily functions. What they did, they shit the bed, right? But here's the thing: nobody could do anything with this. And I said we drafted two guys. And Miss Peggy and I were talking about the last time we were in the show. And by the way, Violator, please, if you can, I'm gonna have Chan come in after this. But if you can, Violator, if you're not busy, please hit the link. I'd love to have Violator come in. Okay. We drafted two offensive linemen at 98 and 99. And we have a behemoth of a Aussie rules American a big Asian guy, okay? Big Asian American Pacific Islander. There you go. API, Pacific Islander. Big motherfucker. Laki Tasi, who's playing offensive lineman. Dude, if you got these guys and when Meredith looks like shit, and when Crappa, that's his name, looks like shit, and when Parham looks like shit last week and this week, put him in there. Put him in there. I would do that. That's me. Would you? What would if you are the coach, Coach Twan, sir? This is your press conference, Coach Twan. What are you going to do to fix this team?
That's where I'm having issues with the coaching side of things, because I believe even with the guys that we have as our five, they're at a place. Parham's playing left. He should be on the right.
Okay.
If you're going to use JPJ at guard, he should have been your left guard.
Okay. I can dig that.
Even though I would love him to be back at center.
I do too.
But who we have that's where it goes with our team being top heavy. Who we have at starter, the stuff behind him, is even worse. You're asking, and people talk about Laki Tasi. Laki Tasi barely knows what football is. I know. And that's how in some cases that's how that just shows you how bad our offensive line is. Our offensive line is so bad that we're desperate to get someone out there that his first year of football, we're just going to try to have him out there and play. And that's the struggle of where we are, and I hate it, but it's the reality. I don't know what they're seeing in regards to practice, because obviously we're not able to watch practice like they're watching practice, but some of these guys are out of position. So even some of the guys that, like I said, Parham, he should be over there on the right side, and his first step shows that he should be on the right side. He's stepping with the wrong foot, playing the left.
Yep.
So you have certain things like that is like, if I'm watching what I'm watching and you get more pay-per-view than I do, how do you guys not see this?
Yeah.
So
that's why I said you can't. If we suck, then at least the guys that we drafted will suck with some experience on behind them.
Here's something that may make someone feel a little bit better today. Because I like to be somewhat positive at times.
Right.
We lost to 2 playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that we're not playoff caliber.
Yeah.
So if you take it like that, then you can say, hey, maybe we were supposed to lose those games.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers are as much as I hate it, they are a playoff team.
They are a playoff team. They're 3-0. They're 3-0.
The Skins or whoever you want to call them, whatever they want to call themselves this year.
Yeah.
They're a playoff team.
They are.
And we know what we should not be that much strange to what Mariota does. We know Mariota is good for the first 2 games that he plays.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. Wasn't this his first game?
Yeah. Well, we always lose the backup quarterbacks.
Didn't he play well today?
Yeah. And I'm on record. I am on record saying this. I said I would much rather have played Jaden Daniels today because I think Mariota is going to give us a better game in a bad way. Yeah. Lady T, good to see. Great seeing everybody. If you're on Instagram, I thank you for being on Instagram. Please go to YouTube because then you can see I'm talking with Twan. And so you can see me and Twan. You can hear Twan over on Instagram. You can see him.
I'm not much to look at.
Oh, shush.
But yeah, come on over to YouTube.
Please come over to YouTube.
Party. It's a better party.
It is a party. It's a party. So Twan, any final thoughts and again, come into the show. If you don't come into the show, I'm gonna go pack my shit because I gotta be up. I gotta be out of this room at 6:00, which means I gotta pack. I gotta pack my shit. I gotta take a shower, or I pack my shit and go to sleep and then take a shower in the morning, whichever. That's the things that go because I gotta be out this door at 6:00. So I gotta do that. So we'll see that.
Yeah.
But we'll see that. Jacoby Myers officially a Charger? What? Oh, Philly Mike is making bullshit things again. Philly Mike. Hey, Violator, if you got some time, please. I know you're busy. If you got some time, even for a couple minutes, please hit the link. No, Philly Mike, you're full of shit. You're cool, you're fun, you're wonderful, but you're full of shit. 2 seconds for Jacoby Myers. I like that, but not to the Chargers. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. If that is true, I would say I owe you a beer. There's a guy last week I bet with Tet McMillan. I said if Tet McMillan is higher than this, I owe him a beer. And he came up to me like Space Ghost, right? Or his name, like Space Ghost. And he saw me and said, hey, Cam Jack, you owe me a beer. And I'm like, oh, cool. I didn't know who the fuck it was, but I saw me. He's like, you owe me. I said, I will get you. And so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. It was great seeing you today. It's like, well, Lady T, always. But I do my bets. I pay off. So any final word? Now, blessings to the Reverend Raider Twan. Please take care of yourself, sir. And again, it's always good seeing you. And because you and Bishop and Rujay always say good things about me, and I reciprocate in kind. I thank you for your kind words and your wonderful thoughts. I do. I thank you for that because I would have been croaked a long time ago if it wasn't for you guys. So you take care of you, and I hope to see you soon. And thank you for coming in. Any final things you just want? Like I said, clean up the fucking offensive line. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I do my traditional homework. I'm gonna probably watch the game 2 or 3 more times, and then I'll probably be back at you guys on Tuesday. I do the 2 for 1 Nation podcast with me and my brother Eric from the SC Raiders Talk. So we'll be talking about the game and all of that good stuff. Later on down the week, I might do a personal live. Violator, if you're still in here, check your Instagram. I reached out to you and would love to talk to you about some things. But yeah, so that doing that, and then I got something really special coming out Sunday.
Nice.
I'm not gonna fully release it until I get my thumbnail and all that stuff, which I'm working on tonight. But stay tuned for that. If you guys go to Raider Twan on YouTube, you'll see the thumbnail. Probably get, most likely either Monday or Tuesday, promoting what's going to happen on Sunday.
I moved it over so people can see Raider Twan. So that's who you need to see. The Twan is Instagram. I had to move it over because I didn't want your shit obscured. So Raider Twan on YouTube, Twan on Instagram. See, I know this shit.
Yeah,
I know this shit.
Yeah. So definitely, and I'm actually I think I'm about like 15 away from, one of the goals on YouTube. So if you have not subscribed, please just take a second to support. If the Raiders are losing, you could help the content creators win by subscribing.
I agree with that. Hey, I'm over 2, and all you need is 1,000 to get where they give you a nickel. I think they give you a nickel every 3 months or something. But hey, those nickels add up.
Yeah.
So please do. If you are not subscribed to Raider Twan on YouTube, please do. Please do. Raider Twan. It's right. Oh, let me see. Yeah, it's over there. Raider Twan. Go subscribe. That's why I said people on Instagram, if you're on Instagram, I'm pointing like this. You think I'm pointing it like something? No. When you're on YouTube, you can see me pointing at Raider Twan's information. So that's why I said, please come. Sir, I appreciate you being here. I'm going to try to have somebody else on, but if they don't come in, see, Brian did. There you go. So you got one more.
Appreciate you.
Brian
did. So much. Then, Monday morning, get ready because I'll give you guys the player of the week. Wednesday is What You Doing Wednesdays. So if you don't know what that is, you'll just watch the video. But yeah, notification bell, because again, I do lives, videos, and shorts all throughout the week. So
good. There you go. And it was a Raiders Man 83. Thank you for being over there on Instagram. Thank you. Please come over to YouTube, and then please subscribe to Raider Twan. So that's a 2-for-1. Go to YouTube, watch what we got. You got Raider Twan over there. Please subscribe to him, sir. As always, I salute you, sir. Blessings to you, and thank you for being out there.
Yeah, blessing travels on that too. I know the mileage is crazy. So,
dude, when I get home, because I'm going to be driving from South Carolina, and I admit this, when I get home, other than my doctor's, I know I got like 2 doctor's appointments, and I got a dental appointment on Wednesday and Thursday, right? Other than that, and yes, I got shows. I'm going to be sleeping my ass off. I'm tired.
And it's needed. And that's okay. Get your sleep. For real.
I don't care what time it is. I'll be talking like Eddie Murphy. Baby, I don't know what time it is. I don't know. Well, why you put your dick in this? I don't know what time it is. I'm just going to be sleeping because that's what I got to do. See, and Jay just described. So,
appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. So you got at least 2 more. So subscribe to Raider Twan on YouTube. So hook a brother up. All right. Hey, thanks again, shipmate. Good hearing from you.
Take care.
You take care. All right. That's Raider Twan. Now, we're still banging. We're still banging. Okay. If you want to be in the show, seriously, you want to talk about all that crap that we saw today. Oh my God. Want to talk about the crap we saw today? Hit up the link. Because I came in, I think it was like 15 minutes early. Just so. Oh, battery's getting low. Okay. Shalom. Shabbat shalom, Bishop. Thank you. Battery's low. Mine is plugged in. That's why I can't say it. But yeah, you take care, Bishop. We're here talking about that debacle. That debacle. Hey, Piz. Yeah, I was on TV. It was funny because I said this before. I said I'm with when you saw destruction. Yeah, great view of destruction, and I'm looking like I'm pointing at the video. I'm pointing, and what is it? Power Raider was behind me, and I obscured Power Raider. That's okay. Power Raider and destruction are on the Raiders website on Instagram because I wasn't there yet. So his unobstructed view. Yep. Thank you for that. Others saying about Jay. It seems like something petty was already known that he was injury prone, part of why he dropped in the ranking. Thank you there, Blue. See, Blue gives me some, what do you call it, confirmation. There's something going on. And yeah, he dropped because he had concussions in college because he hits violently. But if it's because of his injury issues or because he pissed off Pete, now remember, now this is just me saying things out loud. He told Coach Pierce last year in no uncertain terms, fuck you, I'm your center. Right? He said, I'm your center. I am the Remington Award winner. I'm your fucking center. Enough said. Right? Enough said. And that's what happened. So that's the way it is. And Dan, thank you for coming in. We're going to be joined by Dan Flightus coming in. So we are going to have some people. So I remember at most, Hot Neil, gotcha. Quickly, Hot Neil, your opinion of what happened today, sir.
I'm a little bit.
Go ahead.
I'm a little bit pissed off, Captain.
Oh, you're only a little bit pissed off. Come on,
yeah,
let it go.
You got the referees doing the same thing that they did a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you see the referees are messing up every time, throwing the flag at us like they did a couple of years ago. What the hell?
Well, on that 90-yard return, I saw physically 2 flags, not one, 2 flags been thrown by a referee or by an official. It wasn't the referee.
Okay,
2
good.
flags.
We're bringing the patch to the president again. That's why I said getting mad every time. How about what was the play? The guy on Dallas a couple of years ago when we were playing Dallas. The guy put a helmet in the head. He didn't call a foul. And the guy.
I'll say, Hotney, I will say this, and it's true. The reason why we're losing is not because of the officials. It doesn't help. I mean, hell, the Giants are in a game with the Chiefs right now. They're only down 10, and I say only down 10, and there's a quarter and a half to play in the game. But there needs to be something done. And I agree with Matt Marinovich, the offensive and it's Pete's son is the offensive line coach. He's not doing it. Philbin is a better offensive guy, and he would be a great offensive line coach because the offensive line sucks. He sucks. Battleborn Brit, hey, how you doing there, sweetheart? Your hubby's in on YouTube. Please come over to YouTube. I thank you for being here on Instagram. But it's got to be something else. Got to be something else. It's the offensive line. The offensive line is the reason why we're fucking sucking. So, Hot Neil, any last words? I'm giving you. You're the coach now. Hey, Cap. Thank you. Rick, come on over to YouTube.
I want to show you something.
Go ahead.
I want to show you something.
I see it. I see your black hole. I see it, brother.
I just got a laptop computer. I'm using my laptop.
Okay.
I'm using my new laptop. It's on my phone.
Okay. Well, Hot Neil, I salute you for coming in.
Much love, Captain. Have a safe trip back home.
All right. Take care, brother. We'll see you on the next one. All right. That's Hot Neil. So we heard from Hot Neil tonight, too. Come on over. If you're on Instagram, I'm putting the link up again. Come into the show. Come on in. Yeah, he is. He's the run game coach. He's the offensive line coach. And the offensive line sucks. That's true. Two things that you know. Pete Carroll's son is the offensive line coach. The offensive line sucks. Ergo, if you go the transitive theory of arithmetic, right? Or yeah, if A equals B and B equals C by transitive, A equals C. You remember you learned this shit. If Kelly's son is the offensive line coach and the offensive line sucks, by transitive, not Kelly, Carroll, then Pete Carroll's son sucks. Number 20. Oh, Polamalu. Thank you, Phil Alonso. Yeah, Polamalu, he was improving, but yeah, he's seen better stuff. Last year, we were saying the exact same thing about AP and AOC 12. Well, and here, I got something to add. Here's your thoughts on this. We were losing the game, and yet Geno Smith was still in at the end. I mean, even you saw in Dallas, pardon me, they had Joe Milton in at the end of the game. When the game was over, pardon me, the game is over, and Joe Milton is playing quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Game's over. Not over officially, but the game is over. Dallas is not going to win. So why the fuck is Geno Smith still out there? Because then if we do have an injury, our quarterback is Kenny Pickett. Aiden O'Connell is still on the IR. And then you got Miller, the kid that we want to see more. Please come over to YouTube. I see we got 45 people watching. That's great. That's awesome. I like that. And again, I'm not a numbers guy. It's just that I like to talk with y'all. Have this conversation, right? It's not all about stats. Bullshit. Thank you for being here. We're going to talk. Polamalu is a strong safety playing out of position at free safety. Probably so. A little bit of that. Yeah, because he's more of a strong safety guy. And I think in Pete, now it's not necessarily Pete's system, but in Patrick Graham's system, I'll only say that, the safeties were kind of interchangeable. Not in Pete's system. Well, Polamalu, coach captain, Polamalu would be playing strong safety more than free, my estimation. So we'll see it. If you would like to come into the show, and I appreciate you for that, remember we have an official show now because Matt Marinovich is here. And Matt Marinovich is always here, so we can't have an official show until Matt Marinovich is here, and he is here. Thank you there, Matt. And Furpo, usually Furpo comes in and screams Raiders. And I will say, you know, today when I was, and I'm honest. I love going to games to see Raider Nation and take pictures with everybody and talk with and taking pictures with them and dancing with them. I was on my scooter and I got up and danced, and I was dancing with some ladies. I was having a ball. That's what I love doing. It's true. It's what I love doing. It was fun to do. So I appreciate that. Raiders for Life over there on Instagram. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Please come to YouTube. Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Remember the last time a quarterback still in it was over, ended our season. It might have been a Super Bowl. Yeah, Brian, that was when Carr, and we were winning. We were winning against the Colts on Christmas Eve of whatever year that was. What, 2016, I think? 2016? We were winning. Take his ass out. This is partially true. Telesto didn't get AP as quarterback and let Jacobs go. 2016. Thank you, Blue. That's my girl. You're my girl, Blue. And I say like, you're a boy, Blue. No. You're my girl, Blue. I love Blue. She's awesome. But yeah, 2016. I remember that well because that was when the Raiders went to Tampa. Before last year. That was the last time the Raiders went to Tampa. There's a lot of bullshit going on with my club. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Kansas City beating the Giants 16-6. Somebody's going to get a 1 in front of their win-loss total tonight. 0-2 versus 0-2. And the Giants are playing them rough and tough. You're my boy, Blue. No, you're my girl, Blue. Thank you for being here. If you'd like to come into the show, Hot Neil's been in. Blue's been in. Sharief's been in. Good to see. Only up by 10, coming down to the last possession. Yep. It'd be great. Oh, my goodness. It'd be great. They're only up by 10. 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. Do it. We were at 10:35. I'm telling you this. 25 minutes most. I'm off at 11. Packing my shit. Done at 11. If you got anything to talk about, okay, it is 10:35 right now. At 10:40, if you're not in here now, yeah, I hope, Brian, I hope. What's the old thing? It's like if you have a bunch of the pile of shit that's you wish for this, and you have a pile of shit that's that. If your wishing pile is bigger than your other pile, or your Audi pile, it's a bunch of shit. I forget the fucking analogy. Okay. Timeout for the Giants, 4th and 1. Giants take a timeout. Somebody popped on my phone. Hang on a second. I heard the vibration. What was it? Come on. Oh my God. I hate this fucking phone when it locks up. It locks up. It fucking locks up. Okay. Okay, now it's coming on. I don't see anything really that was even with the vibration. Anyway, nothing is really coming on here that I can see. I was like awesomely just in myself today with a bunch of cursing. Patrick Hardigan, 16. Thank you for being on Instagram. Thanks, Pat. Please come to YouTube. Want one hand and shit in the other. See, thank you, Blue. That's why you're so awesome. I love you. Want one hand and shit in the other, and you're trying to put it in a bag. See which fills up first. Thank you, darling. Thank you because you knew what the fuck I was trying to say. You know what the fuck I was trying to say. It is 10:38. You got 2 minutes. Got 2 minutes. I'm tired. I don't know if anybody was here, but I was doing a live on Instagram earlier. I nodded off 2 or 3 times. 2 or 3. I nodded off. I was tired. So it's definitely, I'm going to get some rest tonight. Stickum 145. Thank you for being over there on Instagram. Come on over to YouTube. Come on over. Of course you got my back. Thank you. AL, thank you for that. Positive energy. Appreciate that. Blue's got my back, and AL sending positive energy. Thank you there, shipmate. Appreciate it. So it looks like this is we are out. Oh wait, what was the private chat? Okay, I'll say, and Chang was here. I'm sorry. Chang was here. I'll join back. You seem busy. No, I'm sorry, Chang. So I was wondering where Chang went. Like Chang was out back there a little bit ago. Blue was in there, and Chang was going to be there, or it was Sharief, and Chang was going to be there, and I missed Chang. So maybe we'll have Chang on another time. We had Blue on tonight, which was awesome. We had Blue, we had Sharief, we had activities from Violator was popping in. We had Raider Twan. We had a lot of people joining us, and I thank you for that. So until we hear otherwise, I will be doing a show Tuesday night with Coach Defense, Alex Givens, who might be happy after tonight. If the score holds out. And also RG, Robert Griffin, the fan of the Chargers. Also, was it Coach Dub, who is a big fan of the Washington Commanders. So I know him and he's going to be giving it to me. So check that out. It'll be on Tuesday. Nice pass, 20, 30, 40. Is that Scattaboo? Yeah, it is. Put his head down. Just head whip somebody. And I will say that it was nice to see when Genty had the opportunity, he blew over somebody. Blew him over. It's great. So again, good night, everybody. Hit you. I'll be back on Tuesday. Take care. I'm going to pack my shit and get some rest. So we'll see you on Tuesday. And take care of yourself in the meantime. Raiders got ass raped today in D.C. I'm sure you know that, but just in case you missed it, take care, everybody.